I'm here in Paris to meet with John Minihan, the Irish photographer. He is artist in residence in the Centre Culturel Irlandais. It's a great thing for John because he's in Paris, a city of photography. He's taking part in a festival that has a connection with Beckett, who meant an awful lot to him. He's in his 70th year, celebrating his birthday also this weekend.
We have a wonderful residency programme, and so John was invited as part of that programme to spend 3 weeks here, taking photographs of the festival and revisiting some of the places where he photographed Beckett.
I know these streets were walked by Beckett over and over and over again. It was one of the joys of life.
It's only when you get to Paris here that you realise all the connections with Beckett that you see directly on the street. You keep thinking you're seeing another Beckett play about to start.
The mystique Samuel Beckett has for people is, of course, in fact, because he wasn't out there. He didn't do photo calls.
He doesn't want to be part of any media circus, so he hides from the media, and this is particularly obvious when he wins the Nobel Prize.
I was very fortunate to be one who was allowed into the inner sanctum to photograph this man. And we went and had coffee on the Boulevard Saint-Jacques, where I took that photograph of Sam the first Sunday of December 1985.
In October last year, we agreed with him to acquire his entire photographic archive, and our intention is to make the collection more accessible and also, of course, to raise the profile of John as a photographer, something that he very much deserves.
I think the most wonderful thing about the pictures of John's and why I would guess Beckett engaged with him, there is truth and integrity in John's work, and this is the great thing of Beckett. There's no fuss.
He's from a background of photography that is no longer around, and he understands the traditional skills of, I suppose, a press photographer, as well as the skills of an art photographer.
I remember a backbench sub-editor screaming across to the picture desk, "Avant-garde Irish writers just won the Nobel Prize for Literature. He lives in Paris. Do we have any photographs?" And from that moment, I wanted to find this reclusive Irishman living in Paris.
John is so connected into photographing Beckett actually in Paris and has that history.
He's able to take a shot in a very short space of time, and the shot will work because he's got the discipline of working with film.
I love the notion of photography. I love the notion that it captures a moment in time. It's so melancholy because almost all the photographs you look at, most of the people in them are dead.
Possibly the first photograph I ever saw being taken to Mass, age 5, was a prayer book opened up, full of Mass cards, a black and white image of a loved one. And that would have been the first time I could see, and I was really touched by that.
Many people will know John's work through images of Irish writers, but his work is much more extensive than that. And I'm continually surprised and amazed as I go through the collection and come across the most amazing photographs that he has taken down the years, and the most amazing connections that he's made with very important people. There's approximately 30,000 negatives in the collection. Many of those negatives have never been seen before. John is very selective in what he puts into the public domain. We reckon that we'll be able to select probably about 2,000 of those images. They'll be accessible through University College Cork, through the library there. We'll obviously be working with John to bring his work into other spaces, either through publication or through exhibitions.